to DedSec, darling.
Go fast. Don't crash, okay?
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Got it. Watch for hostiles, people. Control, I've lost the target. Suspect just breached the checkpoint.
Returning to Central
All units, we are after the suspect. Anyone have visual? Anyone?
That's it. I'm calling off the pursuit.
Be calm. Pretend I'm an old friend. People may be watching.
Well, if you're with DedSec...
A tech corporation acting unethically? Sounds out of character, but let's investigate anyway.
I'll check it.
arrived at our contact's former employer, and aside from some heavily armed security guards, it's basically a ghost town.
Interesting.
I don't think this replacement is on site. Dig around and see if you can figure out where they are. You can do your corporate espionage from there.
I'm sending you the data.
Copy that. I'll analyze the company records while you get to safety.
Begley, what do we have?
Well, I found... The job-killing AI's code blueprint has been packed up into a crate on site.
Now it is time for violence.
There it is. Time to do your destroying other people's property thing.
Something's wrong with that. Shut it down.
Another artificial intelligence cast into the vast black void of oblivion, never again to think or feel or be. You're getting pretty good at that.
Thank you, Bagley.
Now get to safety and I'll send our friend the good news.
Okay, so the one who replaced you, it is AI. Can you believe it, huh? They make AI do everything now.
You serious?
Fine, I'll be still as a log.
This is all I've got.
Quite the setup they have here.
Surprise, you twat. Between my work with 404 and tracking down Sky Larson's neural map nightmares, I thought I could do with a new workspace. I could do with your help as well. I just clocked a hit and run by a black cab. Happened a while ago, but the news ain't picking up on it.
Why do I care?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because all of London's black cabs are driverless, run by AI.
How are you doing?
I hope you don't mind me getting situated in your safe house. Crime marches on, and so will I. There are still cases that need to be closed, if you'll help me.
On it.
Excellent. I uploaded a case to Bagley. He can brief you on it.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Suspicious timing, to put it mildly.
It is. So that's 2 reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
Can Kelly's been sending a ton of crypto to an unknown party in Cairo. Something to do with Kronos X.
That's that new designer drug from the dark web. The Met were cracking down on it before they were completely new.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the...
Oh, hang on, I know them. They're, what is their username? Big, something... Oh, in any case, they're famous. You know, amongst children.
They do have enough followers to build a commune, stockpile weapons, and star in a very bingeable docuseries. Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Should we pop in for a quick hello?
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
My guy is proper paranoid, innit?
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Okay.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
Bagley, the windows. Think that's our way in?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2...
Quite the interior decorator, isn't he? Look at all these traps.
You could force the traps to unlock by
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up, people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
Traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
What's wrong with that drone?
Move! One more muscle chief and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Okay, no need to get excited.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Hardly. More like the exact opposite.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Please don't! We're here to warn you. Albion knows you're in London. You have to run.
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Amish. Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Oh, we know. Why the hell else would I be out here risking my neck?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Oh, please. We're on the same side. Cass already tried to kill us once, and we know he had a hand in the bombings.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. I guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck. Think, Amish, think. Shit, fine. We'll table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move it!
Damn!
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Bloody hell.
Suspect is in the water. Support is required in the area. Over.
Control, we are unsighted of suspects. Over.
Tracker down. Front, perform search. Time to get back.
Is gone.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you... Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready. If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
that even possible?
We should have known better. And it's a selfish idiot. Hellfire! Fuck, they got one of us.
Pathfinder! Troy, begin a search.
Ah! Get this off me! Degenerates!
A word of caution now we're inside. Any disturbance in here and Nigel Cass will surely cancel his meeting. Avoid being detected by your former colleagues or this operation is a bust.
Come on! Give yourself up!
Nigel won't have anything important on this floor.
You certainly know an awful lot about Nigel Cass.
Yeah. I was Albion too, if you hadn't twigged it.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
Let's get this little shit!
This new project the director's presented.
Trail's gone cold. Let's regroup.
Can't wait to see it roll out. This is going to make our jobs that much easier and safer.
Yeah. You don't think it's going to make certain aspects of our job redundant, do you?
Not a chance. Director Cass takes care of his own. You know that.
Everything is proceeding on schedule, and Mr. Cass is as determined as ever to make the White Tower as safe as possible from terrorist attacks. I believe he has ensured that
they don't boot before coming in. Like I've got enough to do. Dealing with construction.
The only way we're going to maintain our status. That's a lot easier to get behind than a pass.
Never seen this tosser before.
Nelson Cass. Are you serious?
I heard someone saying DedSec was back.
They better not be. Just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Grand.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
I'm not questioning these bloody directives. I'm wondering why we're not being sent out against those fucking thugs.
Maybe because he has a plan, a vision, mate. That guy has ideas running around his head you wouldn't dream up in a million years. He wants us laying off Clan Kelly. You bet he has a reason for it.
I know. It's just frustrating to see those punks and not being able to kick fuck out of them.
I'm just saying, goes in and out of his flat. Who benefits, yeah? Who was the
You been up here, Leah? There's some parts of this city that need woodworking worker with some heavy boots. You understand?
Yeah, I know what you mean. But there's always an element.
Sure, but I thought we'd taken care of them, none of it.
You mean dead set? I've heard some talk on the street that they may be back in operation.
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
Let's see it.
Internal Psych Assessment AS-001 Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company. But I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Good lord, our Nigel does have issues. And now all of London is trapped in his little psychodrama.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
Epidemic crisis, darling. It really is a crisis.
It's still shit around here. And that's not going to change soon.
Show what British might is made of. It's the same way we became a world power. Sheer strength and unrelenting force.
How's it going?
It's the only way we're going to maintain our station. Our greatest heroes, Cromwell, Nelson,
They're the good guys, but when they're making as much of a mess of the city.
Seems a bit tense.
10 years. I've known this guy for 10 years. And he can't even be bothered
How are you
to drop
getting
me
on
a
with those
line.
metrics?
We know he's all right.
The deadline is coming
He
up
could be
quickly.
dead for all
We
I
wouldn't
know.
do to miss it. He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up, the whole...
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you, I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you'd called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
A building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that, Forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
I need an exit, pronto.
The catacombs, fam.
Haven't seen that. Whoever said this should be arrested.
Get this,
Lousy maggots.
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very persuasive.
Sounds like he plans to launch Themis ASAP. And from the way he was talking, I don't think it's the sort of genie that goes back in the bottle. Damn. Damn! I don't like this one bit. What was that?
Albion's top-secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Okay. That's great. Absolutely. If you can, yeah, sure.
You look like the sort who might want to take back their city.
Hang on, are you DedSec? If you are, I need help with something.
Perhaps. What's the situation?
I think Albion poisoned me. So, basically, I was a worker in their warehouse. I started getting headaches, no big problem, but soon blood came out of my ear. I stopped right away.
How dreadful.
I filed complaints, but the government says insufficient evidence to investigate. Suspicious, right? How are they supposed to get evidence if they do not investigate?
It sounds like your friends at Albion paid off someone high up. We'll look into it for you.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready. Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome, but what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone, something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Titus security.
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot will have a fun little gadget to break into Titus. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.
Hey, look, I'm all completely right there. Really? Drones flying around. They're like, we can't make it a bloody job without seeing the drones flying out. You know, they give me cancer.
Oh, okay.
You know, signals.
Right,
I know. Come on, you believe that? It's like walking around inside a microwave. I swear we're all just gonna drop dead one day.
Out of the way, plebs.
You're coming up on the Albion drone facility where the micro-drone is being developed.
This had better be worth it.
It will be. You're gonna need to disable the security system protecting the R&D lab.
Get them sections.
Once more into whatever this is.
Investigating disturbance. All good. I'll try somewhere else.
doors and corners.
Security's down in the R&D lab. The plans for the microdrone will be in there somewhere. I've downloaded the schematics. You can leave whenever you like.
Do not hesitate to report a crime.
Now that we have the schematics, we can make microdrones of our very own.
Better move fast on that, Bags. We need to get into Titus ASAP. Shut down Project Themis before Nigel decides to launch. And with what he was saying, we don't have much time.